welcome to TYT Interviews. We got an awesome interview for you guys today. Of course, all the interviews are awesome, but particularly so today. It's R.A. the Rugged Man. R.A. has worked with Mobb Deep, Kool G Rap. Wait, Kool G Rap, are they related to Kool and the Gang at all, or no?
Kool G Rap's the greatest rapper of all time.
Oh, is that right?
He's
I didn't know.
Legend. He and any rapper you could name was influenced by him.
Yeah. No, it's totally celebration time. And Wu-Tang, Public Enemy, Notorious B.I.G, The Alchemist, Tech Nine, Rakim, Talib Kweli. Now I'm getting deep.
Yeah.
Okay, Company Flow.
Come on, liberals love Talib Kweli.
Of course I do. Yes. I used to listen to Public Enemy all the time. So growing up, I listened to Public Enemy. I listened to Run DMC and a little Beastie Boys. So yeah.
Chuck had his own little show like yours though, but it went under with the what was it, Air America?
Air America, yeah. He had we had a show on Air America too, but not at the same time. Chuck's was on, and then ours was on. They did a lot of different transitions and stuff. But he's super political, super progressive.
Yeah, I mean, he changed music forever, changed politics and music forever. Chuck is one of the greats. And Long Island, there you go, Chuck D.
Yeah. Oh, you grew up in Long Island, right?
With Rakim, Public Enemy, all of them guys. Yeah, that was the place.
So let's get into that. I'm gonna get into your lyrics in a little bit because they're fun, they're interesting. They got a little bit of political stuff in there. Yeah. Okay, so that's fun. But first, I want to know like how you even got into this. You're growing up in Long Island. How'd you get into rap?
I was a little kid, and my friend was lighting M80s off. I didn't know him at the time. This older kid blew up a shopping center window, and I was, he's crazy, and we ran away.
So he was Muslim?
No. There you go. Yeah, I get the joke. Nah, he's a Catholic from Long Island, Robert Bub, but he human beatbox Bub, and he's like, yo, kid, you gotta listen to these tapes, and he got me. He was beatboxing, I started rhyming, and then, all these other rappers in the neighborhood, on the island would start making records and doing good, and I was like 11, 12, 13. I saw the 15, 18, 20-year-olds blowing up, and I just stayed at it, and I ended up being better than most everybody. By the time I was 13, 14, I was one of the best in the neighborhood. So I don't know why. It was like, I don't know why. It was just some natural type of thing, Wow,
that's really interesting. Yeah. I mean, so I grew up in East Brunswick, New Jersey. Maybe that was the wrong place to grow up.
Jersey has some great rappers too. The Redmans, Naughty by Natures, and the Sugar Hill Gang is one of the first ever.
That's true. That's true. Naughty by Nature was in a slightly tougher neighborhood than I was. Yeah. Okay, I grew up in the suburbs. We were not very naughty by nature. No. I wish we were a little bit more naughty. So then, how do you get to meet people like Biggie?
Well, we were in the game. I was in the game a little earlier than a lot of these cats. I was a teenage kid, and I would go to studios and try to, I got my demo tape, and I just ended up meeting a lot of people. And one day, Biggie was working with Red Hot Lover Tone from the Trackmasters. It was before Biggie was big, and I was getting my deal with Jive Records. He had like a song called "Party and Bullshit" out. And we just, hey, what's up? And, just grabbed each other's information. Let's work together. And we just, call each other. We just became friends through the studio, like it wasn't like, wow, the Notorious B.I.G. It was like, oh, yeah, that kid that could rhyme from Brooklyn. And then all of a sudden, he's working on Michael Jackson. He's the biggest iconic rapper. And wow, Jesus Christ. You don't know. You don't know who's going to blow up or who's not,
So you knew him back in the day when you guys were rolling up in people in rugs that are Persian.
You're funny.
All right. Yeah. Throwing it out there a little bit. Yeah. So did you guys party? Did you guys ever hook up with the same girl or no?
Well, there's stories about Big that I took him out in Long Island, and there was a famous story. He broke the toilet because he had sex with the girl in the toilet, and the whole toilet exploded.
Oh, really? I didn't know that story.
Well, I mean, there's a couple stories like that, and I was never a partier. Or a drinker, really, but
really, you're a rapper, and you
that's
you
what
don't
say. I don't smoke weed. I don't do anything. Because my lungs, I need my lungs. I do more syllables than everybody. So.
Really? So you're mainly LSD then?
That's funny, right. Yeah, now I'm straight.
Wow, that's amazing, man. You learn something new every day. A rapper that doesn't.
And in the '90s, I was considered like the craziest dude out there. So everyone was like, used to tell my family, I would smoke dust with your brother, and I was like, no, nobody smoked dust. He's lying. But the rumors was crazy in the '90s. They'd be, R.A. raped a girl behind the roller rink. No, I didn't. They just made up whatever the hell.
So that's interesting because I remember when I was when I didn't drink. There was a period like all the way up to senior year in college I didn't drink. Okay. But I was wild, and so people would think like, "Oh man, Cenk, man, he was so loaded last night." I'm like, I was just loaded up on life, man.
Exactly.
Having fun. So that's really interesting. So you never drink, or
now when I was a teenager in Long Island, 13, 14, you go out and get stupid, and then about 15, when I started taking my rap really serious, I stopped doing everything, and just started going to the studio. And
so you're the anti-Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Okay, so that's interesting that people go in different directions.
But I was wild, though. That's the thing. I was wild. I, was doing a lot of foul, horrible things, but just didn't require the drugs to do them.
All right, I want to come back to your life in a second, but that actually leads me right into one of your lyrics, or some of your lyrics here.
Oh, no.
Now, this is from "Shoot Me in the Head," which doesn't seem productive, but I hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you say, "Abomination, the Bushes, the Clintons, or 80s Reaganomics. It doesn't matter. The government always be taking your profits. The Republicans ain't shit. The Democrats ain't shit. What would make you think that either side is going to change shit? Nancy Pelosi, that bitch crazy." Okay, so I like that. That I like a lot. Okay.
And what's the next line after that? It's a pretty good one.
I know. I was going to leave that
can't
one
say that
out.
one?
No, of course I can say it. Before Obama, she was waterboarding terrorists and blowing Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I didn't say it. He said it. Yeah. Okay. One of the fun parts of the Young Turks is when I read rap lyrics.
Oh, yeah. Well, you did pretty good, man.
Okay. So you not a lot of love for the two parties.
Yeah, that's the song my label tried to force me to take off the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
why?
I told them I won't put out the album. I said, that's going on the album. Because I threatened people's lives. I said foul shit about everybody. I, said said faggot on there, which you're not supposed to say. But it was a statement against freedom of speech, to fight freedom of speech. It wasn't me being, homophobic or anti-woman of this. It was an all-out balls to the wall, song. So
that, okay, when did this come out?
Brand new. It's
brand new.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's an interesting twist too. The F word, as now we call it. So, I was just listening to "It's Your Birthday," in the club by 50 Cent, right? Mm-hmm. And he used that word in that song. But when that came out in the early 2000s,
2002 or 3,
something like that, right? Yeah. And I remember nobody said anything like that. That wasn't a thing back then that people cared about, right? Mm-hmm. But now it's totally uncool. So what's your take on that?
Well, I think right now America or in the world is just softening up everything, and they're trying to hide the way people really think. Yeah. Don't say this, don't say this, don't. If you're gonna have everyone wearing this fake disguise and this fake mask and scared to say everything, no one's gonna be themselves, and you're gonna not know who the demon is next to you or the good guy is next, because everyone's gonna act the same, and no one's allowed to say anything, or their careers are crucified. I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want to say and how you want to say it and when you want to say it. I mean, they're just softening up society, and it makes me angry. That's why if you listen to the song before you get offended by me using any certain vocabulary in it, listen to the song first, "Shoot Me in the Head," and it kind of explains where I'm going with that.
And besides which, if they don't like you and what you're saying,
don't listen to me.
Right, that's exactly. Number one. Number two, the title is "Shoot Me in the Head."
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, yeah. No, seriously, they can't say you're seriously threatening politicians or whoever you're threatening, because you're threatening yourself, and you don't actually want people to shoot you in the head. You don't actually want people. It's like a movie. It's like going to a movie and say, "Can you believe that they shot all those folks?"
See, I'm gonna have him do my PR for now on. Look, call my label. Look, it's not actually a threat because I'm threatening. He broke it down better than I could have.
No, but
you're right.
Yeah, look, if any of that stuff was real, I'd be the first guy speaking out against it, right? Okay. But people got to understand what's entertainment and what's not entertainment, right?
Okay.
And if you make rap super soft, then it's not rap.
Well, it depends. I got some softy songs where I go pretty deep into my family and get real emotional on it. I think you should be allowed to go hardcore when you want and allowed to go a little soft and sensitive when you want and go extreme. I think you should be allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. And that's the other thing.
What do you think this is, America or something?
Exactly.
What are you, in favor of freedom or liberty?
What's funny? What's funny too is I mean, they've been trying to ban everything we say, and that's another thing. They go, "Oh, Republicans want you to ban books and blah blah blah." It's like, do you know who the bitch Tipper Gore was? The most Democrat bitch in history, burning record albums, and don't let them say that. She was trying to hide everything. Every rapper said, "Ice-T, don't do this, don't." Because so it's not Republicans or this. It's It's all of them stupid fuckers trying to stifle Americans, or stifle the world.
Well, I know Al Gore a little bit, so you're wrong about that one, but that's okay.
How was
that's
I
okay.
wrong about that?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How was I wrong?
Just looking out for Tipper.
I mean, Tipper's a Democrat who wanted to hide what the American people said. That's true.
No, I know. I agree with your policy on that. I'm not sure I agree with the way you stated it, just to be a little political. All right, now, speaking of which, then we go to the earlier part of the same song, which I found to be super interesting. Yeah, sure, Bill O'Reilly, he would hate my guts, so what? Katie Couric, she would hate my guts, so what? Barbara Walters or Whoopi, which one's the dumber slut? Whoa. Keith Olberman, bitch, could get a knife in his gut. Damn.
Well,
All right, this is what Anna calls drams. Okay, so we've got drams. Okay,
What's that word mean?
Like drama. Okay.
Oh, drams. Okay,
Okay.
drama.
That's her version of rapping. First of all, Olberman, I mean, I got my issues, but wow, okay.
Well, when they lie to the public and they have this agenda and they blatantly take one side of an agenda, people complain about the Fox News, which I understand the complaint. It's some bullshit, and this is our agenda. But then you got a fucking Keith Olbermann and the MSNBC, and they're all like this, move forward, go forward, campaigning for Barack and shit. And like, it's the same shit as the Fox News, but for the left, and people don't act like that exists. They go, this is the truth. Like I see rappers, tweeting MSNBC articles and shitting on Fox. It's like, that's propaganda, like that's propaganda. If you're gonna say one's propaganda, say the other one's propaganda, but they don't do that. They go, this is the agenda I like, so I'm gonna pretend like that's truth.
Now to defend MSNBC a little bit, you're saying that they go forward, but they don't. They're just leaning forward. It's just lean forward.
That was their campaign, right?
So that's okay.
Lean forward.
Right. Now, look, I left MSNBC because that's exactly why. They do that. They gave me the speech. They literally gave me the speech of, look, we're the establishment, and you got to act like it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm here.
Now, to be fair to Keith, he had already left MSNBC, so I don't know that it's on him. But I got my other issues with Keith. But okay, so
but what I'm basically saying with that, in the first verse, I say I'm hated. Got liberals begging for the death penalty and conservatives wishing my mother aborted a pregnancy. So that's in the second verse. I'm saying, yeah, Bill O'Reilly would hate me, Katie Couric would hate me, Olberman would hate me, that Barbara Walters and Whoopi slut would hate me. And then
I'm not sure that they're really. I could have picked a lot of other women to call a slut. I'm not sure those two are the
I'm sure
the prime
Barbara Walters
examples.
did her thing in her day.
No, actually, look. I mean, whatever she did, but I think that there was some dramas about her and the guys that she dated. I think. Back in the day when she was younger.
That's not what the lyric meant. It just meant like, stupid person.
Right, I got you. So now I hear from the grapevine that you think sometimes I'm a little too left.
Don't do
it.
Sometimes I believe that. Sometimes I watch what you say. I see that you try to say, oh, look, I'm not really left, cause, and you throw a little diss against the left. And I see how you do it.
You see me. Okay, but go.
You can say, for instance, I don't have a for instance right now. I'm just saying what happens when you watch a ton of YouTube videos and you watch a little bit of you, and then you go and watch, like, let's say, we'll watch a clip from, say, somebody like a Hannity, or then you watch somebody like there's a whole ton of you motherfuckers. That lean towards this way and that way. But, I don't have an example off my head right now.
No, that's okay.
But I did see your Breitbart interview. You and Breitbart going at it. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Think they killed him?
No, I don't
think so either. But I saw some of them conspiracy videos that were funny.
Yeah. There's a lot of conspiracy videos. That was kind of but it was a little that was an interesting confrontation we had on current TV, and then he happened to die 2 weeks later. So that was weird, man. That was kind of spooky. But no, nobody killed him. I mean, I don't know what happened to him, but that's not what happened. Anyway, what was I going to say? Look, you're not alone. Like my nephews say the same thing. They say sometimes I'm too left, but the difference between
your nephews live in California?
Yeah, they lived in New Jersey.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
a little East Coast.
So
I'm just kidding.
But the difference between me and Sean Hannity is that I'm right and he's wrong. So you see,
that's what everybody says. I don't agree with Hannity often either. But you know what's funny? You could take the biggest asshole on TV. You could take a Bill O'Reilly or take a Piers Morgan, dumb asshole fuck. Take either one of them.
Okay.
And you'll always find a moment where Piers Morgan's wrong 90% of the time, but he's a little right here. Let's tell you, Piers is right. Okay, Bill O'Reilly's right. He's wrong 80% of the time, but this particular speech I agree with. So even when the assholes are wrong for most of the time, once in a while you'll hear right out of them. You're right more than you're wrong.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Okay. So, talk to me about like so you got into rap when you were a kid, and then have you enjoyed the life? Like it's a career, right?
Well, it was ups and downs. You know, when you're young in the game, you know, you're 17, 18, and then, you know, the game is abusive. You know, the entertainment industry is abusive. It's cutthroat business.
Right.
So when you're 20 and 21 and, you know, you see people turning on you, people stealing money and lawyers robbing you and all this crazy stuff, it starts making you lose hope in the world, you know, and you get into this dark place and stuff. But then when you get a little older, you go, man, them people can't harm me at all. And then you look back at your career and you go, wow, everything's beautiful. And you know, for the last decade or more, I mean, I tour the world. I pay all my bills. I'm with beautiful women all over the planet. I make the music I want to make. I mean, God couldn't have given me a better life. I mean, my life is perfect, man. So, I mean, no life is perfect, but you know, I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better one. You know.
So that's great. That's great, man. So, at what point did you start getting laid for being a rapper?
Well, in high school, you know, because you know, I was the best rapper in town. So you know, you go to the mall. Oh, that's the rapper. That's the rapper. So even before I had deals, you know, I was like, you know, hooking up with, you know, the pretty girls at the mall. But then when you start rapping, and the level of the girls get higher, you know, like, you know, then you get all sudden model girls, not just the hot girl from the neighborhood.
That's
wow,
awesome.
that's pretty cool, you know, right? And you choose whatever girl you want. You know, you don't. I was a fat kid. You don't think like the rest of your life you're gonna have sex with any girl you want. You know, so and that happened. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So all right, yeah. No, I was a fat kid in high school. So I mean, if you told, then I would have tried rapping. You know, I would have made like silly rhymes, but that would have been funny. So with the girls, did you actually rap? Did they always want you to rap, or?
Well, some of the girls were scared of it too, because you know you're a white boy, and sometimes you'd be in a white school like Hop Hog, and like. You know, they thought you were weird, and I was weird. I'll come in with a fucking Public Enemy. I'll come in with a big clock on my neck. Like, yo, he's weird. Get away from him. You know. So there was also girls scared.
Right.
But then there was the girls that wanted trouble, and they'd see you in the mall that when you weren't in school, and be like, hey, you know, oh, okay, cool. Nobody needs to know. You know.
Oh, that's great, man. I always wanted the girls who wanted trouble.
Yeah.
But with me, they could tell.
It turned into like sex talk with all right.
But like with me, they're like that guy's not trouble. That guy's honors math.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when you hit you know, when you're in your 30s, girls like that too. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The girls are always like that. So what are we talking about? Hundreds, thousands? What are we talking about?
Oh man, yeah. There's girls watching this that might be, you know, with me or something. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You know.
So we're talking about like I'm sensing like 375. That's
a little bit.
A little higher. Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Mom. You know what? I now instantly regret not being a rapper. It doesn't matter how bad I would have been. I should have at least tried it. No, that's good. That's good. You know what's funny about rap? Like you came in, you're obviously white, right? Yeah, but since you're a rapper, I was like, is he part black?
Oh yeah.
Like, I was just looking at you.
I'm German, Scottish, Italian. I'm off.
Italian. Yeah. Like I should have guessed that immediately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From my father's side, but my mother's 100% German. Came from Germany off the boat. Yeah, I speak German and everything.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you've had some Kartoffelsalat. That's potato salad. I threw a curveball at you. Okay. You've had a Geburtstag and you know
birthday. Yeah. You didn't say potato salad very good. Say it again.
Kartoffelsalat.
That's how you say it? Maybe I never learned that.
That's all I remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So so what happens next, right? So can rappers be like the old rockers, like the Rolling Stones, and you're just touring, you're like 78 and you're still rapping and calling people bitches and stuff like that?
Chuck D's proven that, you know. I mean, Chuck D's out there hitting the road heavy. Curtis Blow's still out there today, touring the world, you know. I'm gonna do it for at least another 20 years.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And do rappers have like 401ks? Do they have pensions and stuff? No.
My business manager, Glenn Tovey, he's trying to clean my whole shit up, though. Give me life insurance and all that stuff. My shit is a mess right now. So,
Okay. Do you have wife and kids or no?
No.
Okay. God, man, you got a good life. I mean, look, wife and kids are great, but like, there's a part of every guy that wants to be you. You know, that wanted the naughty girls at the mall, right? That wants to live free, you know, and be hanging out with people and enjoying your career. So that's good, man. That's a good life.
Yeah. And my new album is a blessing because it's the fan response is incredible, and it's the best work of my career. And every year I'm going to try to make my work better. Legends Never Die. It's my best work.
So it's Legends Never Die,
Yep.
and it's out now?
Yep, it's out right now. Yep.
So where do people buy albums these days?
Oh, they could go to the FYIs or whatever, or Best Buy, stuff like that. But you know, you also do the iTunes, or you can, you know. But basically, everybody steals your shit anyway. You know, I hope you buy it and don't steal it. But you know, as an artist, I make money when I tour, and the more people that hear my music in the world, the more people, you know, sing your songs worldwide, and that's where you make your money.
Do you have a tour coming up or no?
I've been on tour nonstop. Right now, I just got back from Australia a couple days ago, but I'm doing 35 dates in the U.S. Then I'm headed back to Europe for the third time this year for December. And then I don't get home till January. I won't be home back in New York till January.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, all right, thanks for coming to the Young Turks, man. I appreciate it. That was great.
It wasn't confrontational enough, man.
Okay,
it was too friendly, man.
Okay,
I really
all right.
wanted to.
All right, next time we'll get.
I wanted to talk about, you know, how racist Democrats are.
Okay, no, all right, let's do that. No, then I'm not letting you go. Okay, all right, here we go. Fisticuffs. Okay, yeah, because I got.
I was almost home free, right?
Yeah, I know. Okay, hold up. So you say Biden's a racist? Why is Biden a racist?
Oh well, he is. Democrats are racist, most of them.
Okay,
you know?
why?
See, Democrats. A lot of the voting Democrats, the people in society, believe they're doing good, and they believe it. But the Democrat politicians are all racist, and they race bait, and they to the homosexuals, they you're part of us, and to women, oh you're part of us, and if you do, you know, they use them for votes, they use them for political power. That's a fact. That's what they do.
Okay, now, so you're half right about that. Of course they do. Of course they try to get votes and based on that, and they're looking out for themselves, et cetera. But isn't it better than the guy who is like, isn't it better to say, hey, I'm looking out for you, whether you half mean it at least, than the guy who says, I hate you. Like, I'm not looking out for you because I don't like gay people. I don't want you to get married, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what it is. I think that's what they try to make it. I think they say, if you don't agree with our agenda 100%, we're going to say that you hate women and you hate this and you hate that. You know, there could be like a Christian guy that says, oh, I don't want this in my marriage, you know, in my church. And they go, you hate homosexuals. No, I actually love human beings. And Jesus loved human beings. That's how he might think, whether you agree with him or not.
Right,
it doesn't mean he's an awful, you know.
See, that's the thing, though. I'm always torn by that. So, look, there's a
he
lot
could
of
be a good man is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of good folks who've been taught that their whole life. And they think, like, this is my view, and this is my Bible, and this is part of my identity, et cetera. But on the other hand, they're wrong. I mean, they're discriminating, like, because back in the day, they used to say that about black people. Look, but in because in the Bible it says slavery. No, but they said, look, in the Bible they said, look, slavery's in the Bible. This is the way it's supposed to be. They said they justified it in the same way, and that was wrong.
If you really want to go into slavery and Democrats, we know who started slavery, who fought for slavery, who started the Ku Klux Klan, who's the most racist party in the history of the world is the Democrats. But now they lie.
Switched.
No, that's what the lie is. Now they go, well, sometime after civil rights, you know, that's when we switch. That's a lie.
No, that's not a lie.
Prove it.
That's not a lie.
Prove it.
Look. I can. I can prove it in the legislation. They passed the Civil Rights Act.
No, they didn't. No. Okay. JFK was against civil rights, and then when it became popular, he voted against it when he, you know, okay, because boom, boom, boom. But they didn't. They fought nonstop against civil rights. You know that.
Okay, so that's half true, right? So JFK, you're right.
And then the Ku Klux Klan.
Okay, look.
To kill Republicans and blacks.
The Democrats,
and I'm not sticking up for the Republicans. I'm just saying that's history.
No. Democrats used to be the conservative party. Okay, so you're right. No, they were, and the Republicans were the liberal party. Abraham Lincoln was a liberal within the context of that time. But even Lincoln said, hey, in the beginning he said, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to free the slaves. JFK in the beginning said, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to do civil rights.
Just like Obama with gay marriage, going, gays shouldn't marry each other. They shouldn't marry each other. I believe it's between a man and a woman. And all of a sudden he's like, well, politically it'll help me, so now gays should be married. They just do it for political. It's all bullshit.
Of course. So what happens is politicians don't lead, they follow, right?
Exactly.
So and when the times changed, JFK began to change a little bit. And LBJ, who was a bastard in 100 different ways, but when push came to shove, he said, look, I'm going to pass the Civil Rights Act. And it made a big difference.
But he didn't want to.
But none of them ever want to. They're politicians.
No, but the Republicans fought for that at the time. You know that the Republicans fought for.
Yeah, because they were the liberal party at the time.
No, it's
no, but they were.
Yeah,
but that's like the definition of being a liberal. Is being more progressive.
No,
saying everybody should have freedom, and it should apply equally to us.
It's not the Democrat Party and the Republican Party. It's not. There was no time when the same people switched up. Like look with all the Ku Klux Klan members that Bill Clinton supported when they were yeah, great man, but he was a Ku Klux Klan
Robert
member.
Byrd from West Virginia and was a Grand Dragon or whatever he was. But he switched. He had good votes though. Like, look, to me the results matter. I see what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm like, oh wow, some politicians they mean well.
The switch is a lie. It never happened, and I'd like you to prove it sometime.
First of all, look. So Robert Byrd, good example, grand wizard in the KKK. That's the context that he grew up in. That was totally wrong. He was a bad guy for doing that, etc. He's a Democrat from West Virginia, but then he turns around and he votes for things that help black people. A tremendous
he doesn't
amount.
vote for things to help black people. He votes for things that help to keep his party in power.
But
to
both
get votes.
things are right. That's what I'm saying. All right. I'm not saying that they didn't
They
necessarily
hated
get away
black
with
people. They hate black people.
Okay, that I don't know, but to me, their intent is not that as important as what they actually did, their actions, right? Yeah. So yeah, they did it for votes. Of course, they're politicians, right? Yeah. But at least some of them did the right thing and some of them did the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. And look, and not every one of them hates black people. Like,
exactly. That's I'm just saying.
Okay.
Well, in that era, they did.
in the old days, I understand that and stuff.
But in this era, I believe a good amount of them.
Do you don't think Biden hates black people?
I think he uses black people, and I think he's one of those white folks who don't understand black people, I mean, look at all the racist shit he said in his day with Obama is the squeaky clean black man who speaks well, and I can't go into a 7-Eleven without an Indian person. It's like,
but there are a lot of Indians in 7-Eleven. I mean, like, keep it real. Keep it real. Like, I grew up in New Jersey. All my friends are Indian, but that's reality.
I believe that Biden in his head isn't the most straightforward guy.
Right, and he's an older guy.
He's as dumb as a goddamn ashtray. Sorry for saying goddamn. But,
That's the one thing you're going to say sorry for? Goddamn. Okay, that's hilarious. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Everybody check it out, okay?
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, cool.
I like that it's a walk-off. Gone. Drop the mic.